Guys, so in this video, I will basically share a quick story of why I actually got stuck by just getting nerdy that really got me out of the path of success, or I would say result, which I need to achieve in a shorter period of time, but it just delayed because of my over-analysis and nerdiness of just trying to dig deep and understand more and learn more before I make that first step. In business, I'm trying to hit a goal. I usually make it very clear and I reverse engineer it and start making the first few steps to basically get to it. Maybe I'm good at business. That's why I'm able to crack, at least at a revenue standpoint in my own business, the formulas. I'm not 100% obviously perfect at doing it, but there has been a good consistency in my own business when I'm basically generating revenue. Coming back, there has been this thing where I was like super skinny from my childhood. And this is me back in 2019, 2020, those times when I was like skinny. I'll put a picture of myself so that you could understand how skinny I was back then. And then I always had this thought like I should actually get a little bulkier, not super bulky like a supermodel or 200 pounds in weight or anything like that crazy goal. I just wanted to not look skinny. That was my goal because I was physically weak from my entire childhood. I believe I'm still weak because I'm working on my strength training and all of that stuff right now. Every time I actually wanted to go to the gym, get fit, I was getting super nerdy. What do I mean by that? I, for a fact, know that I'm not going to execute on what I'm learning, but I used to just do a lot of mental masturbation by watching video after video after video after video on protein intake, calorie, diet plan, different supplements which I need to take, different exercise videos, different coaches. I just used to spend hundreds of hours on learning information without at least spending 1 hour on execution. This happened in cycles, like I used to get nerdy, like, okay, now I need to get fit. Then I used to watch so many videos. Then I used to slowly give up on the idea of getting fit. Then I just forget about it for 6 months or a year. Then I'd be like, I need to get fit now. Then I just repeat the same things. But in the past few months, I wouldn't say that I just suddenly got fit or anything like that. But I would just like to share, like in 3 months of time period, I gained good amount of weight. And I actually gained muscle mass. That's pretty exciting, actually. And over time, when I was eating out a lot, I was basically getting fatter. But coming back to the situation, what happened was once I was talking to a fitness coach of mine online, and he was like, it's not a informational transformation which you will get. It is a lifestyle change. And I was like, And everything which you want to make successful always happens only with lifestyle. If you see all of these amazing surgeries, which makes you lose weight and stuff like that, people just gain the weight back because they don't change their lifestyle. The cells still crave a lot of fat to be built inside them. They basically eat the same way they used to eat, so they'll end up where they need to be once again, right? Even though if they squeeze the fat out of their body, it will still come back because it is not a lifestyle change. Now, in my situation, I learned just one thing. Eat well, clean food, number one. Take enough calories. Fulfill your calories count, which is 3,000 calories for me. Then eat a lot of protein. Eat at least 150 grams of protein to actually be able to build a muscle. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Let me try that. Again, not every day I used to hit 3,000 calories. Some day I didn't even eat anything, just normal thing. But that's fine. But I was just doing one thing, eating a lot consciously. Then exercise, basic, right? So because I was eating more, I was just feeling energetic in the gym. Then I used to spend, this is insane. I used to spend hours in the gym, like, 1 to 2 hours minimum a day, at least in the initial few weeks. Like I see my track record, I have an app. I just want to decrease friction. Like when I go and work out, I don't want to be confused about which equipment I should work with. I just want it already. So I have an app which basically has every exercise I need to do in every day. So I have it already fed into my phone. So I don't need to think about it because me thinking about something creates more friction. And I just don't like to go to the gym for extra reasons, right? So your brain always likes to distract itself. And this is something I always observed. So I stopped getting nerdy about the specifics. I just ate more and I did lifting back to back. I used to go in the first 30 minutes, I used to do warm up. And then the next, 35 to 40 minutes, I used to lift approximately 15,000 pounds. Easy. The first session of the gym. Then I used to slowly carry down and, relax myself and then just basically finish my day with 10,000 kgs or 15,000 kgs approximately in that range. Then I basically understood that it's not even lifting. The more you lift, the more you grow. And there is a certain point where you're eating more and you're just lifting so much that, your muscle is not growing. It's just damaging the muscle. So where you're eating more and you're just lifting so much that, your muscle is not growing. It's just damaging the muscle so much that, you're just repairing it. And that's how much protein you're taking. So I started lifting little less, which is something which is working out very effectively right now. Where I really did messed up was in the previous times where I was actually trying to make things happen. All I worked on was how do I get more nerdy before I actually see any result. And that really didn't help me out. But once I understood what actually gets me result, I just did it. I just go out, eat the amount of calories I require, hopefully clean food, then a lot of protein, finish my calorie intake, and just go to gym and 45 minutes to 1 hour, most likely, and do my workout. I should be growing my weight. And that has been working pretty well, I would say, from the past 3 months, and I've been seeing good gains. And at a business perspective, we do this a lot, basically. So we do something similar when it comes to taking action. We just like to get nerdy. If you want to launch Facebook ad, just launch it. Don't even worry about a million things. Just go and first of all, publish that $10 crappy looking video campaign which you don't want to run. But you spending that money and having that first step happening will give you the momentum to fix it. But if you don't even try that, you will just be getting nerdy about it, looking at a million Facebook ads, not figuring out what needs to be done for you, and it would just never happen. Same goes with anything. So that's something which I really wanted to mention. And the other thing is actually, whenever you are actually executing, I would probably say, execute in the right direction. What do I mean by that? I have this way of thinking which I'm learning, which I'm practicing, I would say. I just have one outcome, most likely, or two, basically, which I want to achieve. For example, let's say I want to get my weight up to 150 lobes, as an example. Any act I'm doing at a fitness perspective, if that's not related to helping me gain weight or gain muscle specifically, I'm not doing it. Simple terms. Again, I'm not perfect at it. I'm not obviously 100% achieving it, what I'm planning to do, but I'm seeing a significant lifestyle difference. I'm not just pulling myself into drinking a lot of protein powders and that's it. I'm just changing my lifestyle. And fitness is all about lifestyle. Even business is all about lifestyle. If you want to make that $100,000 a month, it's not like you just make it. It's more about the lifestyle change you need to make in your day-to-day business actions, which help you become a $100,000 per month entrepreneur. And that is something you really need to do, practice, become, and live up to. That's when you will be consistently making that amount of revenue and handle it. That's what I would like to say. I just have that one outcome which I want to achieve. Everything which I'm doing in the same niche or same instance, if that thing I'm doing, let's say if I'm eating a big pizza, and if it's not going to help me in protein or calorie, or actually help me get good fats, which will help me to clean shape, I'm not doing it. Sometimes I do, but okay, you just need to keep it in the limit. It's better than nothing. That's what I would say. It's better than not having that even thought process. That's pretty much what I would like to say. Getting distracted, not moving in the right direction, and getting nerdy before you take the first step is always a bad move. It has been, at least in my life. So I hope this video gives a clear understanding of how I actually got little nerdy and kept myself stuck in very, very situation. Like when we were actually helping a client of ours, we actually thought about launching some Facebook ads. But I was getting nerdy, like, hey, this should be something interesting, this and that. We need to do some LinkedIn before this. We need to have so much more content before running advertising. This was back in 2021. But overall, what happened was once we launched the ad and saw how successful was it, all I realized was, shoot, we lost 1 week of ads being live and 1 week of potential clients we could have acquired last week, because the reality is we cannot acquire the clients we could have acquired last week, coming weeks. Most likely, at least at attention perspective. And that kept me like, okay, instead of just getting nerdy, it's more about execution. And then depending on the result, you make a move and you optimize it. That's a different story. But I think getting nerdy will cost more than not being nerdy, I would say. So overall, just make sure when I have a decision to make, I just like to write down that one-liner outcome which I want to achieve. Then I don't want to spend more than 2 hours on the research, because I get the 70% of information in the first 2 hours. Then I would just go do it instead of making it perfect and making sure I know 100% of what I'm doing. You don't need to. Most of the times it would still work, because 99% of the people just wait to learn 100%. If you know 70 and you run with it, you outperform them. That's the reality of marketing and life and sales and business, which is working for me. So I hope this video adds a little bit of value in your life. I hope this video serves you. Just don't get nerdy. Be focused in what you're doing. I'll see you soon. Subscribe if this helps.